how I'm going to win the 2025 CNC Skilled Interior Competition, and you're going to come along for the ride. For me to qualify, we need some requirements in the build other than just being a sign. What are they?
The school's name,
Our school board logo, some elements of color, and most importantly, it needs to fit the school's spirit.
Yeah!
Now, with all that in mind, we can start designing. Now, here's the thing. How can we show the school spirit best in a sign? If you're going to make a sign based on the school spirit, what would it be?
If I were to make a sign based on school spirit, it would be a cross.
I would make a Cardinals logo.
I'd pick a cardinal.
I think it would be something with the school crest.
Maybe something regarding our sports.
I think it would be a great cloud with a cardinal bursting through the middle of it.
None of these are really screaming SBA.
Yo, Adam,
Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so we need that. So what can we do? Maybe that big arch with a cross, maybe some leaves here, here, and here, and then add our logos right there and there. You know what? That's pretty good, but let's clean this up. Unlike the first attempt and multiple other attempts, I think we have it. And you know what? We're ready.
Starting with our backboard, a 22 by 15.5 by 5/8 inch piece of basswood made up of 9 1.5 by 22 by 5/8 strips. We're then going to miter our end, joint our first cup, plane to our desired thickness. Joint our first edge. Table saw to our desired width. Joint our next edge. Then biscuit 3 holes per side. Place and glue our number 20 3/8 by 1 inch biscuits. Then to sand using first 100, then 220, and finally 300 grit sandpaper. To now model using Carbide Create an 8-inch radius semicircle with a 1/4 end mill to cut. After cutting, we quickly route using a roundover bit, then using a dark walnut oil-based stain to finish the piece that gives us our canvas. Next up, to make the cross, again using basswood, we're going to dress 1 followed by 1.90 by 5/8 thick piece, later to hold our school slogan, and a 22 by 19 by 5/8 thick piece for the other half. To achieve this, we dress again, as seen using the miter saw, joiner, and table saw. Then from the center, a 1.90 by 5/16 deep lap joint to connect both the pieces, then sand using 100, 220, and 300 grit sandpaper before staining using an oil-based red oak. Onto the CNC, we model, then cut our slogan out using a 60-degree V-bit, only cutting 0.040 inches deep. This creating the cross with our school slogan. Now for the leaves, we're going to use even more basswood, and once again, we're going to dress one 25 by 7.25 by 1/2 inch piece, so that we can model a texture using a 1/8 ball mill and a contour using a 1/4 end mill. First, before using any real piece, we're going to use a CNC test piece. After that, we'll paint the real pieces 2 coats of blue, red, and yellow, and then send them back to officially CNC all 3 leaves. Starting on the emblems, just like the other ones, we dress our final basswood board 12 by 6.5 by 3/4 thick. As I'm guessing you'll do by now, we miter saw, joint, plane, joint again, then finally table saw. From there, we're going to paint one side red for the SBA Cardinals and one side blue for the YCDSB logo. Going into Carbide Create for the Cardinals logo, we create a texture toolpath that will use a 1/8 ball mill going to a max depth of 0.04 inches deep, and an engraving toolpath that will be used for the beak. This will use a 1/16 ball mill that goes 0.0300 inches deep. As for the YCDSB logo, we create a pocket toolpath that will be using a 1/16 end mill and a V-carve path that will use a 60-degree V-bit, creating the oval outline. For the text, we model and CNC the St. Brother Andre and York Catholic District School Board names using a 60-degree V-bit that will go 0.040 of an inch deep. We've now made each component of our sign. It's now just missing the branding and a few layers of clear coat before assembling what we've done.
With everything being said and done, we can check off our second last task and take a look at it before finding out if we're deserving of that first place medal. And just like that, this is how I'm going to win the 2025 CNC Skills Ontario competition. Thank you for watching.